Hello and welcome back to Football Weekly. It's my match review and player ratings for the Manchester United and Norwich City FA Cup quarter final, which United lucky and end up scoring with 2 minutes to go in extra time per performance, but through to the semi-finals, and that's all that matters. And we did make 8 changes, to be fair, but a lot of the players should have done a lot better. But first of all, I'd like to congratulate Liverpool on winning the Premier League, their first league title in 30 years, and fantastic achievement. As always, a fantastic achievement to win the Premier League, and no matter if you're rivals with them or not, you have to congratulate them. They just haven't won the league, but they've absolutely dominated it. But I did say they could dominate for years, but will be a lot closer next year, I think, with Chelsea possibly contending. Maybe if this United team went to the next season like this, they wouldn't challenge for the title. But if you add in Sancho and another big signing like Van Beek, then we could challenge. But I think it's too early yet. They know exactly what it's going to be like next year. And also a good one for Chelsea too. Fantastic one. Huge 3 points, and I wouldn't say they're definitely finishing 4th. But if they do finish outside the top 4, I will be very surprised. And even at that, I think 5th will get the Champions League instead of get banned. And I do think City will get banned, so can't see them getting it overturned. So I think they definitely won't finish outside the top 5. Quite sure. Also, it's a bloody United too for the top 4 hopes, but as I said, 5th place. We will get 5th place at least, I'm sure. If you look at that easy running, yes, we've lost the easy teams like Aston Villa 2-each. Got beat by Newcastle. Got beat by Burnley at home. Got beat by Arsenal away. Who else? Drew by Southampton. Got beat by Palace at home. Like, you could go on all day. Absolutely some shocking results, but in the meantime, let's be positive. And I think we're a lot better than we are now. We've got Fernandes, who's made a huge change, and players have improved since then. And Pogba back 5 foot 2. So let's get into the match review. Thought very poor performance. It's not going to reflect on like, oh, here we go again, inconsistency, because a whole different team. But I think we should be beating Norwich City at least by 2 goals, even with our B team. But even if we did have our A team or their best team, we would have smashed Norwich, but I thought a lot of our players were poor, even the players that are first team starters, like Bruno Fernandes' worst performance in a United shirt. I wouldn't say it was absolutely shocking, but it wasn't great. So let's get into the player ratings. There's very few that performed well. I think, you know, the ones that are going to get very low ratings. Possibly, I think they'll be sold in the summer, the likes of Lingard and Mata. And Jesse Lingard, like, I really feel sorry for him. He's went through a tough time in personal life, but I just don't think he's good enough. It's not, I know he's not good enough anymore. And I'm not saying that like I'm happy, because it would have been useful to have Jesse Lingard when he was doing alright 2 years ago. It would have been a good impact from the bench, but if you look at his statistics recently, not good enough. And he's got his chances. That's what fair play is Solskjaer. He gave them chances today, they didn't perform. And it's their last chance, they've had enough. And Mata, he was a fantastic player before, but I just don't think he isn't good enough anymore. And it's sad saying that, one of my favourite players. But what's he really done in the last 2 years? We need to be ruthless, sell some players in the summer. So on to the player ratings, Romero a 4, just because of that goal he gave away to get Norwich back in the game. Easy save, any keeper should be saving. Whether you're on a top 6 side, Premiership side, a Championship side, you should be making that save. That was De Gea. We get absolutely criticised for it. But, like, Romero, he's a good backup keeper. He's up there with the best backup keepers, but I have no sympathy, or I won't forgive him for that poor mistake he made today. Luke Shaw, 7. And I think it was my man of the match, you know. I think he's been so consistent. Not just these games since the football's returned, but even before. He was them last 2 weeks before lockdown. He was our best player, and since football's came back, he's been one of our best players. But he's not making mistakes. He's defending well, and I think people try to point out it was his fault last week in the Spurs game, but not at all. And I think Luke Shaw, don't get me wrong, he's not as good as Robertson or Chilwell, but he's up there with the best, 3rd or 4th best in the league. Onto the other fullback, Dalot, who's given a chance and didn't perform good at all. 4. He was attacking poor, his defending wasn't great, and that is his first game back in a long time. Even before lockdown, I don't think he played too much, but it was very poor. I'm not going to say let's get rid of him like Lingard and all, because he's young. He's not a bad backup. I think I've always said defensive wise, he's not good at all. So Dalot a 4. On to the defenders. Victor Lindelof. Not Victor Lindelof, I'm getting mixed up here. Eric Bailly, 6. He didn't do too much in the game. We didn't do too much wrong, although we did make one mistake, we believe. And I rate Eric Bailly, he's decent, but injury prone, he's ridiculous too. Can be rough at times. And that's the negative side of his game. But Eric Bailly, I'm going to give him a 6 for. I do think our defenders done quite well today. Although they are coming up against Norwich, who've only scored twice in the last 8 games, but we definitely should have had a clean sheet. Only Romero fluffed his lines. Harry Maguire, 7. He was very close to man of the match. He defended alright. He scored that winner at the end, which could be very crucial. Because you don't know what's going to happen in penalty shootouts. Like Tim Krul, one of the best in penalty shootouts. And you don't know what's going to happen. And that goal, as I said, could be important if we go on to win this FA Cup. Then that will be massive. So Harry Maguire for me, a 7. On to the midfield. Fred, 5. Again, this is annoying. Fred, one of our best players this season. Low effect he was per the first few months of the season, but I think just before lockdown, a few months before that, he was absolutely fantastic. But since he's came back, that Spurs game, very poor, didn't look sharp, and the same today again. Just like McTominay too, he's been poor. But nothing to worry about with Fred. He will get back to his best soon. And hopefully it's sooner rather than later. McTominay, a 5. He was quite poor too. Passing was sloppy. They were both very quiet, just like the Spurs game. And hopefully, don't forget McTominay was out for a while injured too. In fact, he did have a good game against City and came on and scored, but he does not look sharp. Bruno Fernandes, 5. I was thinking about giving him a 6, but I'm not going to be biased. Just wasn't in his game. At least the positive thing, even when he's having a poor game, he's still looking to move forward. But I think his shots were quite poor. That free kick, I think near the end, from about 20 yards, that was a poor effort. They just didn't look up to it today. And it is understandable too. Could be quite tired. And they all have a bad game too, even Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Hazard. All of them have a bad game too. And I think he did have a bit of genius. It was just before he missed that free kick too, where he flicked it to Gallo, and then Gallo got pulled back, which it's a red card. He was through on goal. You can't pull him like that. So 5 for Bruno. Juan Mata, a 3. Sad times for Juan Mata. Like his time's coming to an end. He's just not good enough anymore for the Premier League level. Too slow. He's not even You barely hear of him. He's not making runs. He's just like Jesse Lingard. And I love Man Utd, but I think he needs to go in the summer. Jesse Lingard, a free 2. I'm on Man Utd, in my opinion, were the 2 worst players on the pitch today. They just weren't moving forward, weren't making runs. They were not helping Gallo, the striker. Because if you look at before, you're having Rashford in the wing, you're having Greenwood, you make runs and are exciting, but Jesse Lingard and Man Utd just don't have it. And they've had their chances a lot, and fair play to Ollie. He gave belief on them, but they need to go in the summer. A Gallo, a 6. He was quiet. He was quiet, you know, for most of the game. But he scored that goal, which would have gave him the 6. And he also 2. He could have scored another. Only some, I think it was Norwich defender to close it. Correct me if I pronounced his name wrong. Pulled him back, and I think Gallo had a great chance there. They score another, win it 3 United. But it wasn't a great performance today from the whole team, apart from 1 or 2. And I'm not going to go too mad. We didn't have our full strength team out, but he should have been Norwich in 90 minutes. And it wasn't Solskjaer's fault. I think you're an idiot if he think it was. He picked the right team. What's what happens if he picked Pogba, Rashford, and Martial, put your full strength team? One of them got injured, then he really would have been called. Solskjaer would have been called an idiot then. So I think Solskjaer done the right thing. And there was some of the players that just didn't perform. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and also give it a like. And be back on Monday for my Premier League predictions. And they will be doing. Wait, before I go, I know the match today is over. The Wolves beat Fulham 1-0, and this was my prediction before the game, and I'm not lying, I'm not doing a prediction after a result. I would have went Wolves 2-1. And tomorrow is, who's playing tomorrow? It is Watford against Southampton. So I'm going to go Watford 2-1 that game for huge 3 points. And I will finish my predictions on Monday. So I'll see you then and speak to you all soon.